You're listening to the podcast of the Port Car Merchants, Power of series for men. Today's topic, the power of truth. Truth is the first line you draw in the sand. It is the line which says, "Here I stand, and I will not cross this." Because once a man starts crossing that line, even once, he becomes unreliable. To others, to himself, to every woman who ever did or ever will trust him. Truth is not a feeling, it's not a belief, it is not whatever the tribe says it is this week. Truth is what remains when the noise dies down. It is the foundation of every empire that ever lasted more than a generation. Weak men lie. They lie to avoid confrontation, they lie to look good, they lie to escape the consequences of their own cowardice. Strong men speak the truth, even when it costs them, especially when it costs them. Because truth is not just a moral ideal, it is a weapon, it is a shield, it is the backbone of masculine authority. When you tell the truth, you know exactly where you stand. You know who is loyal, you know who flinches, you know who is going to try to change you. When you lie, everything becomes fog. You start performing. You shape yourself for approval. You betray your future to survive your present. Every man who's ever been cheated on knows this feeling. He gave up his truth somewhere along the line. He compromised. He silenced himself to keep the peace. He played nice to avoid rocking the boat. And she stopped respecting him. Because a woman doesn't follow a man who says what she wants to hear. I know that sounds odd, but I'm going to say it again. A woman doesn't follow a man who says what she wants to hear. She follows the man who tells the truth, even when it makes her cry, even when it makes her rage. Because something in her knows that the truth means safety. Truth means structure. Truth means he cannot be manipulated. And that, my friends, is what she craves, even as she denies it out loud, at volume, repeatedly, in mock outrage. Now, to be clear, truth is not confession. It is not submission. You do not owe the world your thoughts. You do not owe your woman, or anyone for that matter, your every fear or flaw. Truth does not mean putting your guts on the table and waiting to be judged. That isn't strength. That's amateurism. Only a fool plays poker with his cards face up on the table. And make no mistake, all of life is a negotiation, and all negotiation is a game. A man does not throw his full self into every room he enters. He controls what is seen. He chooses what is revealed. Because truth is not about exposure, it's simply about consistency. The emotionally strong man is truthful, but he is not necessarily readable. He is trustworthy, but not predictable. He speaks the truth when it strengthens his position. He withholds it when the moment calls for silence. That's not lying. That's leadership. That's the deft application of power. A man who cannot be moved, a man who sees things clearly, a man who tells the truth when it matters most, not just in arguments, not just in political debates, but when no one is watching, when no one is grading him, when no one will call him out but himself. That is a key measure of an actual man. Not how well he plays a part, but how fiercely he protects what is true. Here's a part nobody tells you. When you consistently speak the truth, you're going to lose things. You're going to lose friends, you're going to lose lovers, you will lose access to groups, cliques, and opportunities. Mostly, the people in those are weak and given to lies out of habit, so I personally don't count them as a great loss. However, I am not you. You will gain, however, something worth more than all of those people. You will gain clarity. You will gain respect, both internal of yourself and external, from the people who genuinely count. And most importantly, you will gain peace. Because the truth never keeps you up at night. Only lies do. The man who lives by truth doesn't panic when he is tested. He doesn't scramble to recall what he said last week. He doesn't twist his words to fit the moment. He is the same man every time you meet him, except in that he is growing psychologically and emotionally every day. That consistency is what makes people follow him. Even his enemies respect him. Because truth is gravity. You can try to defy it, you can try to deny it, but you cannot change it. So speak truth, live it, let it offend, let it cost you, let it break every false thing in your life. You will come out of it sharper, clearer, and far more dangerous. Because once a man becomes loyal to truth, no one can buy him. No one can blackmail him. No one can seduce or shame or threaten him out of his position. There's a very old saying, an honest man cannot be conned. It's because he is fixed, grounded, trusted, trustworthy, and ultimately worth following. That is the power of truth. Port Car Merchants. Real problems, real solutions. Visit us at portcarmerchants.com. That's port, K-A-R, merchants.com.